The flight aware, this is the path that we think that the plane took. This is, you can see it kind of try to go to the north before it then goes south, curls around, and then that is unfortunately where the plane comes to a crash landing. So again, just taking a look at the flight path, it becomes a little erratic. Perhaps right there is where he was starting to have some problems and then just started to look for a place where perhaps he could set the plane down. We heard the air traffic control tower audio not too long ago where he said that both plane engines had gone out. And let's go ahead and play that again, and we'll talk about how he was still relatively calm as this was happening.
Foxtrot 574, runway 23, turn right heading 270, clear for takeoff, traffic 3 mile final, Challenger jet.
Foxtrot 574. Okay, Challenger Hopperjet 823, lost both engines, emergency. I'm making an emergency landing.
Drivers, got the emergency, clear to land, runway 23. Is that Hopperjet 823?
We're clear to land, but we're not going to make the runway. We've lost both engines.
Okay, so you could hear him, and one of the things that I picked up on this time, he said, we've lost both engines. Maybe he's just saying that as the plane, but perhaps there is another co-pilot on board as well. We do not know, but that was one of the things that I heard there. You feel for him in that situation because this is a large aircraft, twin jet engines, and lost both of them. It's you know, still able to fly with one out, but to be able to lose both, that is just a horrific situation there.
You definitely feel for him because you know that pilots are trained to try to find the safest option. They are extensively trained in doing that. A highway would be one of them. Sadly, we know that a pickup truck was hit. Let's get to some more viewer videos from witnesses that were on the interstate. And okay, that looked like another car. That didn't look like a pickup truck. I'm watching this with you for the first time as well. So let's see.
That definitely looks like another car.
It looks like a sedan, right? Okay.
And if there's any way we could possibly slow that down just a little bit, because as it's going by, obviously it's very fast. But yeah, it looks like now we know that there could be a second vehicle also involved in this, because at this point we're not even seeing the plane in that. So we're going to continue to work to try to figure out a little bit more about what role this plays in all this. And perhaps maybe the plane was on up ahead on that. But anyway, okay, just getting back to what the situation looks like now. We're right about 1 hour after the plane crash. Looks like the fire is 100% out. I'm not seeing any smoke. You can see the tail of the plane still standing up high, but the rest of it is just going to be a shell of what's left. There are a lot of emergency vehicles. You see Highway Patrol, you see Naples Police, you see ambulances still there on the scene, fire trucks. Looks like a command post is also being set up there as well. There are emergency vehicles on both sides of 75. This happened on the southbound lanes, and both sides are shut down now. And as we've been telling you, the highway's going to be shut down for another day. The northbound lanes may open up tomorrow, but we know that definitely the southbound lanes will be closed, and perhaps both. So you're going to want to find another way around all that if you're going to be driving in that area for some reason this weekend.
Got some information from one of those viewer videos that we keep showing is from someone named Joe, and talked to one of our anchors about how hot it is just rolling by that scene. It's the very close video. There you go, of the fuselage, and said he could feel the heat in the vehicle going by there.
Yeah, just intense flames. And again, all that char on that wall, and perhaps there was, and what's interesting about it is the plane is then facing another direction from where you see the char. So it had hit and then spun around at some point and is facing the other direction from where you're seeing some of that char on the wall.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out too where that sedan might be and where the pickup truck is relative to the plane.
Yeah, we know the pickup truck is in the middle in the median, but as far as this car, it looks like that's right around some of the...
It looks like, is it the other side?
Hard to say, but if it got thrown to the other side or not, I don't know. That is, but there's some intense flames coming from that vehicle, that's for sure. So that's a lot of, that's a lot of what the FAA and what the NTSB are going to work to try to figure out is how this plane landed, what went wrong, what caused those engines to fail, and then how the crash then transpired. And of course, but right now the immediate need is to try to figure out if anybody else is injured, if there were some minor injuries, or anybody that could be treated on scene, if there's going to be any survivors. That's where the focus really has to go at this point.
And as we look at our traffic camera, you can still see the ambulances on scene, you can see the fire truck, and of course you can see several Florida Highway Patrol vehicles there. We can't tell from this vantage point, though, if they're working on anyone in those ambulances.